Hello Drone Racers, I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 1, it's another X-Lite video. Look, I got the antenna. The T antenna. This is not the Immortal T. I think that's trademarked to Crossfire. But this is the T antenna. See how it goes on there? I'll say the worst part about it is getting it on. It goes on and slides in there. It does fit, but it's kind of hard to tighten. You can't get a really good grip. I think you probably get it actually to about the right tightness just by hand, but once you try and take it off, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm not sure if it works well why you would want to take it off. Like if it works well, just leave it on. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I got my futon fixed, so I still love this thing. The Futon 2, I got a new arm, just slid it right on. It'll take a few minutes. This is the one I did all the antenna testing with before, so I'm going to use the same one just so it's the same one. Okay, I'm switching it to external antenna. I want to make sure I don't forget that, or it's not going to be a very valid test. So it is set to internal module, external antenna. Since I replaced the arm, I did a quick line of sight test to make sure it's all good. Make sure you do that. Don't just throw on your goggles and go. It might still break, but at least I know it will fly. So I decided for this test I need to come where I have a little more space. I have 400 meters before we get to the road. I'm going to use the Hellfire 2 drone. I've got the radio here, the X-Lite, and I've got the internal module that we're going to test with first. So there we go, just sitting on the ground. Now this is transmitting to the receiver from the radio through telemetry. So 85, that's pretty low right off the bat, just as far away as we are here. Okay, so we'll see what happens when we go out here. Now I'm not planning on like going crazy here. I just want to see what happens. So historically, the reception is really low with this model, so I think it's a pretty good test. There we're right at the end of the tree line at 50% still. Reception is pretty good for the video, so that's a good case for the Dot King. So if I go out nearly to the road, that's not a person, is it? Nope, I go out nearly to the road, I'm at 48%, so that's still pretty good. 46% video, I'm going to say, is really good. I'm impressed with what the Dot King is doing. So I'm staying in auto mode, so 65 when I'm out here, 45. Really, I'm at 400 meters, and this is better than what I was seeing up close. There we go. First warning a little bit over by the road, 400-ish meters away. So we'll go and see what happens. Oh, I think those are power lines over there. We're going to come video through the trees. It's still a little shaky. We'll do some tests through the trees, but not until I do the full test with the other antenna. So let's bring it back and see what happens with that. Interestingly, even up here up close, right at the same. If I go behind me, so if I am behind me now, still pretty darn good. And pretty good with the Dot King, even with the antennas that I've got on it. Not as good, which is what I would expect. Oop, there we go, critical. So there I am, fully on the other side of the car. Alright, so let's bring it back, see what happens with the other antenna. So I've switched this to external antenna now, and I can already see my RSSI has gone up. I'm curious. Whoa! With it horizontal, I wanted to do a test with this horizontal versus vertical. Horizontal, I'm right at 75-ish% moving all over the place. I move it that way, 92%. Rock solid. Okay, so we're going to do a test first with it horizontal to go out, and then we're going to come back and try it vertical. Okay, so this is the horizontal antenna test. So we are in auto level mode. We're going to see if it makes any difference at all out here. Now my antennas on my drone are vertical, so we'll see. I think it's better. It's already better even this way, which is a lot better than what I was getting when I tried this at the house. So yeah, so now I'm going to just rotate that with my fingers. So I can't see a big difference right off the hand. Still looks about the same to me. So there we are fully, yep, we are fully vertical. I was expecting that to make a lot bigger difference. So now if I switch modes into air mode, remember how to fly. Battery voltage is a little low. These are small batteries. I was not planning on using these batteries for this test. So let's see what happens. We go around the woods. can always do a punch out if we need to. I think there's a baseball team over here. Yep. Oh, they're gone. Okay. So I can make it all the way around the woods, and the signal is pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Don't hit the light pole. Get above the trees. Video is the biggest issue. Controls seem to be really good though, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to say the numbers are higher with this. Higher than they were when I tested it. At 200 meters, I couldn't tell much of a difference. Now at 400 meters, definitely better. Ooh, that sun makes it rough. That's my biggest problem. All right. So I'm going to say it does make a difference. In a challenging environment, if you're just flying in your backyard just a little bit, not going to make any difference at all. If you are further away, step out of the way of the antenna. If you are further away or going in a challenging environment, I've not had a low warning yet. So it definitely helps, especially if your antennas are mounted vertically. Because they're 62, that's way better. That's way better than it was with the internal. Okay, I'm going to say I'm impressed. I'm happy with that. That works. Now, how much battery do we have left? Not enough. The camera does well. I'm looking right at the sun. Holy cow, I'm looking right at the sun, and I can still see. This is the stock camera that comes with this thing. I love this model. Okay, so I'm going to say I could tell a difference with this antenna, especially with it turned this way. I never had a low signal, and it worked out really, really well for me. I was further away, 200 meters, can't tell. Don't care. Flying at my house, I probably wouldn't bother. Flying here, I could definitely tell. Going through the woods with my second battery that I didn't record, I had no problems at all. The signal was great. I'm very, very happy with this. As long as it was turned the same way as my antennas, that made a really big difference. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, look, my antennas are horizontal. Okay, so figure out which way works better. Just how about that? Let's go with that. That might have been the case where when it was sitting there, they were both being blocked because of the way they're mounted, sitting on the ground. I'm going to say, as scientific as everybody wants to be with this, it's like, oh, it's got to be turned the right way. Just try it both ways. See what happens. That's really my best advice. Just try it. Try it both ways. See if it works for you. Try it with it. Try it without it. This thing's so cheap. Just get one. If it helps, if you have low conditions with this radio, you like this radio, I won't use it all the time. It's like, oh, I'm a little lower than I wanted to be. I'll throw it on. Hey, it might make that little bit of a difference. For like $5, it looks cool. Doesn't it look cool? So that's going to be the end of this video. If you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below. And let me know if you're going to get one or if you're going to try something else. I know Video Aerial Systems makes one too, and I might have to try that now. I know people are trying that. It's a little bigger, a little weirder. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably try it. I'll try everything, right? So until next time, remember, just because people online may say one thing about the way things should work, don't be afraid to try it yourself. But if your results are different than everybody else's, also don't be a jerk about it.